Welcome back to the channel, coin lovers and treasure hunters. Today's video is going to be incredibly exciting, especially if you've got a jar of old UK coins lying around. We're diving into the world of British coin collecting to uncover the top 6 most valuable UK coins among some of the most familiar pieces: the 20 pence, 1 shilling, 2 pence, 10 new pence, 1 penny, and 50 pence coins. From different mint marks to rare years, and even worn-out or error-struck coins, some of these humble-looking coins could be worth hundreds, or even thousands of dollars in today's booming auction markets. Let's get started. First up, the 1984 United Kingdom 20 pence coin. While many might overlook this small silver-colored piece of currency, it can actually hold surprising value, especially for collectors hunting rare variations or error coins. Even in damaged or circulated condition, the 1984 20p has piqued the interest of numismatists worldwide. So stay with us as we explore the history, features, and current market worth of this underrated coin. The United Kingdom introduced the 20 pence coin in 1982 as part of a modernization of the British coin system. It was the first coin in the decimal era to have a heptagonal, or 7-sided, shape, making it instantly recognizable both by touch and sight. The 1984 issue was part of only the third year of production, minted during the reign of Queen Elizabeth II. At the time, the coin's introduction helped reduce the burden of carrying large amounts of 10p and 5p coins, thanks to its mid-range value and compact size. Although the 1984 version was not particularly rare in its original mintage, time, condition, and collector demand have changed that story. The 1984 20 pence coin is made of Kew nickel, with a weight of 5 grams and a diameter of 21.4 millimeters. Its distinctive 7-sided design is both functional and symbolic of modern British coinage. On the obverse of the coin, you'll find the famous portrait of Queen Elizabeth II designed by Arnold Machin. The reverse features a crowned Tudor rose, a national emblem of England, designed by Christopher Ironside. What makes this coin particularly interesting to collectors is not only its unique shape and design, but also the fact that coins from the 1980s have started to age into semi-classic territory. Any signs of minting errors, misalignments, or unusual damage can further increase interest. Now let's talk about damaged or circulated condition coins. Normally, collectors seek coins in mint or uncirculated condition. However, with the 1984 20p coin, even damaged specimens can attract attention. This is due to several reasons. First, coins from this year are beginning to disappear from general circulation, making them harder to find. Second, some error coins such as off-center strikes, clipped planchets, or misaligned dies are considered valuable regardless of wear. Additionally, damaged coins sometimes reveal underlying minting anomalies that weren't immediately apparent. A coin with unusual scratching, discoloration, or rim distortion might still have appeal if it shows signs of being a rare mint error. As such, damaged 1984 20 pence coins can still be collectible, particularly if they have some sort of distinctive flaw or error that sets them apart. So, what is the 1984 UK 20p coin worth in today's collector market? In general, a standard 1984 20 pence coin in damaged or heavily circulated condition may only fetch between $434,000. However, coins with minor collectible appeal such as slight misstrikes or distinctive edge flaws could sell for $325,000 if a coin has a rare minting error, even in damaged condition. It could command a price between $123,000 depending on the severity and uniqueness of the error. Keep in mind, auction prices vary greatly depending on demand at the time, the seller's reputation, and how clearly the error or damage is displayed and described. While the average 1984 20p may not be a jackpot coin, certain examples have absolutely caught collectors' eyes and sold for premium prices online. If you're a collector hoping to make the most out of your 1984 20 pence coins damaged or not, here are some tips. First, examine your coin closely under good lighting. Look for die cracks, doubling, off-center strikes, or unusual coloring. Next, research current eBay listings and sold items to get a sense of what buyers are paying for similar coins. It's also smart to store your coins in acid-free holders to prevent further deterioration. If you believe you have a rare error coin, consider getting it professionally appraised or even graded by a third-party service. And remember, sometimes The story or history behind a coin, especially one with clear circulation, can make it even more appealing to niche collectors. In conclusion, while the 1984 United Kingdom 20p coin may not seem like a rare treasure at first glance, it certainly holds hidden potential, especially for those in the know. Its unique design, place in modern UK coin history, and rising collector interest mean that even damaged examples can find a home in valuable collections. So, whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just someone checking through spare change, don't overlook this modest little coin. You never know when a worn piece of metal might turn into a valuable discovery. If you found this video informative, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more deep dives into rare and valuable coins from around the world. And let us know in the comments, have you ever found a 1984 20p in your collection? Next up, the United Kingdom 1 shilling coin from the year 1948. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just someone who stumbled upon this coin in an old drawer, this video will walk you through everything you need to know. We'll explore the coin's historical background, unique features, its value even in fine condition, and how collectors view it today, especially in the US auction market, where British pre-decimal coins are gaining surprising attention. Let's get started. The 1 shilling coin has a long and rich history in British currency. The 1948 issue falls within the post-World War II era, a time of national recovery and economic reconstruction. King George VI was on the throne, and his portrait proudly graced British coinage from 1937 until his death in 1952. The 1948 1 shilling was part of the pre-decimal system, where 12p made a shilling and 20 shillings made a pound. By 1948, Britain had transitioned away from silver coinage due to wartime economy measures. Prior to 1947, shillings were composed of 50% silver, but starting in 1947, including the 1948 issue, they were minted entirely in cupronickel, a mixture of copper and nickel. Despite the lack of silver, these coins remain highly collectible due to their history and declining availability. The 1948 1 shilling coin features two different reverse designs, one for England and one for Scotland. The English reverse shows a crowned lion standing on a crown, while the Scottish reverse displays a crowned lion seated on a crown within a shield. Both designs are surrounded by the legend, FID, Def, IND, IMP, 1 shilling, an abbreviation for Fide Defensor and Indi Imperator, Defender of the Faith, Emperor of India. On the obverse, you'll find the left-facing bust of King George VI, designed by Thomas Humphrey Paget. The inscriptions read Georgiv 6DGBROMNREX, meaning George VI, by the grace of God, King of all the Britons. These artistic and symbolic details make the coin a miniature piece of historical art. Now let's talk rarity. The 1948 1 shilling isn't considered the rarest coin in British numismatics, but it holds its own place due to post-war production limits and the gradual phasing out of pre-decimal coins. Over time, many of these coins were removed from circulation, melted down, or simply lost. This has made even damaged or circulated specimens of the 1948 shilling a point of interest for collectors, especially those looking to complete full sets of King George VI coinage. In fine condition, which shows moderate wear but clear details, these coins are still relatively affordable. However, demand is increasing, particularly from overseas collectors in the United States, Canada, and Australia. Coins that are corroded, scratched, or bent are naturally worth less, but even those can sometimes fetch a few dollars if sold to the right buyer or bundled in a collection lot. So how much is a 1948 1 shilling coin worth in today's market, especially in fine condition? On average, a 1948 UK 1 shilling in fine condition will sell for around $631,000. If the coin has a clean appearance, strong details, and minimal surface issues, that price can go up to $122,000. Uncirculated or near-mint specimens can range from $20, and coins that are certified by grading agencies can fetch even more depending on collector interest. At online auctions such as eBay, and numismatic platforms like Heritage Auctions or VCoins, it's not unusual to see even worn examples being sold to international buyers who value the coin's historical connection more than its metal content. To wrap up, the 1948 United Kingdom 1 shilling coin may not be made of silver, but it carries solid historical value and collector appeal, especially in fine condition. It captures the essence of a post-war Britain and the reign of King George VI, preserved in a piece of cupronickel no bigger than a poker chip. Whether you're a passionate collector or a curious seller, keep your eyes open. This modest coin might be worth more than you think. Next up, the United Kingdom 2 pence coin from 1999, even in very bad condition. Yes, you heard that right. This seemingly ordinary piece of copper-plated steel, often overlooked in change jars or wallets, is turning heads in today's auction market. Collectors from around the world are now scrambling to get their hands on this hidden gem, and its value in US dollars might shock you. So stay with us as we uncover why this 2p coin, even in poor shape, is making headlines and delivering big returns. The British 2 pence coin has a rich and fascinating history. First introduced in 1971 as part of the decimalisation of UK currency, the 2p was part of a major national shift from the old pound SD system to a more modern decimal system. By 1999, the 2 pence coin had already been in circulation for nearly 3 decades, and millions were produced annually to support the country's expanding cash economy. However, the 1999 issue holds a special place in the timeline. It marked the final years before many subtle changes to minting techniques, metal composition, and royal design updates started taking shape in the 2000s. Despite its relatively modern date, the 1999 edition has become a collector's target, especially those minted with certain die characteristics and errors. These coins may look worn out or damaged, but don't be fooled. Rarity and value sometimes hide beneath the surface. Now let's talk about what makes the 1999 UK 2 pence coin stand out. On the obverse, it features the fourth portrait of Queen Elizabeth II by Ian Rank, broadly an iconic image with sharper realism and deeper relief than previous designs. The reverse, created by Christopher Ironside, displays the badge of the Prince of Wales, 3 ostrich feathers emerging from a coronet with a ribbon bearing the motto ICHDN, which means I serve. These intricate elements alone make the coin a stunning example of British numismatic artistry. But what truly elevates the 1999 edition is its production batch. Some were struck with slightly off-center dies, weak strikes, or misaligned images, details that weren't initially noticed but are now bringing attention from serious collectors. Even when the coin is in bad condition with scratches, corrosion, or color fading, its uniqueness still gives it a premium in the collector market. You might be wondering, how can a damaged coin still have high demand? The answer lies in rarity, mintage anomalies, and collector psychology. In the world of numismatics, rarity isn't always about low mintage, it's about survival and availability. While millions of 2p coins were made in 1999, only a small number with striking errors or minting oddities have survived. Combine that with the fact that most of these coins were heavily used in circulation, and it becomes clear that finding one even in very bad condition is still a significant win. Collectors understand that not every coin will be in pristine condition. In fact, some rare variants are so hard to find that condition becomes a secondary concern. As demand for error coins and unique issues continues to rise, the 1999 2 pence has found its place among the elite collectibles in UK coinage. Now to the part everyone's been waiting for: what's the coin actually worth? While most common 2p coins hold face value or slightly above, the 1999 edition, even in poor condition, has been recorded selling for astonishing figures. Depending on the specific error, rarity, and even aesthetic appeal of the damage, these coins can fetch anywhere from $236,000 in the collector market. Some particularly unusual specimens have been seen in online auctions and collector forums selling for as high as $15, especially if they exhibit clear off-strikes or doubling. And yes, these numbers are for coins that are scratched, tarnished, and worn. In today's digital age, coin collectors are more connected than ever, and the demand for obscure pieces like this has gone global. American collectors, in particular, are driving up the value of rare British currency, pushing prices beyond expectations. If you're lucky enough to come across a 1999 2 pence coin, don't dismiss it, especially if it looks odd or damaged. Examine the coin for any unusual patterns, such as misalignment, doubling, or incorrect spacing in the inscriptions. Store it in a soft plastic sleeve or coin holder to prevent further damage. If you're considering selling, take clear photographs from both sides and post it on trusted auction platforms or coin enthusiast communities to gauge demand. Alternatively, hold on to it. As awareness and demand grow, even a badly conditioned coin could become a future treasure worth far more than it is today. For new collectors, The key is to develop an eye for potential rather than perfection. Learn how to spot error coins, study minting patterns, and keep an eye on market trends. In the end, the 1999 United Kingdom 2 pence coin in very bad condition proves one thing loud and clear: rarity beats perfection. This coin, once ignored and thrown aside as pocket change, has earned its rightful place in the spotlight. With strong collector demand, rising auction values in US dollars, and a backstory rich in numismatic intrigue, it's no surprise that even damaged versions are now highly prized. So next time you go through your old change or receive UK currency from a friend abroad, keep a sharp eye out. You might just be holding a hidden treasure that could change your collection or your wallet forever. Next up, the United Kingdom 10 new pence coin from 1968, even in dirty or circulated condition. This particular coin, often overlooked by many, has taken on a surprising level of demand due to its historic relevance, rarity, and the incredible prices it's now fetching at auctions around the world. If you have one lying around in your collection, this might just be your lucky day. Let's take a look at the background of this fascinating coin. The 1968 10 new pence was part of a bold new chapter in British currency history, the decimalisation movement. Before decimalisation, the UK used pounds, shillings, and pence in a system that dated back centuries. In preparation for the full switch to decimal currency in 1971, the Royal Mint issued the 10 new pence coin in 1968 as one of the first examples of the modernised system. This makes the coin not just a piece of money, but a symbol of a historical economic shift in the United Kingdom. That historical connection is one of the main reasons collectors across the world are now looking to secure this piece. It represents the birth of a new monetary era. What makes the 1968 10 new pence coin so unique is its composition and bold design. Made from nickel, the coin features a majestic crowned lion, a powerful emblem of the British monarchy, on the reverse side, designed by Christopher Ironside. On the obverse, it displays the elegant portrait of Queen Elizabeth II by Arnold Machin, giving it a timeless royal appearance. The coin is larger and heavier than today's 10 pence coins, which makes it feel solid and valuable in the hand. Its size and weight, combined with its historic art and bold styling, make this coin stand out among other decimals. Now, let's talk about rarity and why even a dirty or circulated 1968 10 new pence coin is highly desirable among collectors. While it's true that these coins were widely circulated, over time many were withdrawn, melted down, or simply lost. That means the number of original 1968 pieces still in the hands of collectors or available in the market is steadily declining. Moreover, collectors are no longer only hunting for shiny, pristine specimens. Even coins in dirty, aged, or worn condition are commanding attention because they reflect true circulation history, making them all the more authentic. This shift in collecting trends has only fueled the demand for coins that would otherwise be considered unremarkable. The 1968 10 new pence, in any condition, is now being re-evaluated as a hidden treasure from a critical transition period in British monetary history. When it comes to market value, the surprise doesn't end. Auction houses and online marketplaces have recorded impressive sales for this coin. In today's auction market, even dirty or circulated examples are selling for $714,000, or even more, depending on presentation, interest, and collector bidding wars. In some rare cases where the coin carries unique marks, minting oddities, or packaging history, the value can skyrocket to hundreds of dollars. Coin enthusiasts from the UK, US, and around the world are actively participating in auctions to own this underrated gem from the 1960s. What once sat forgotten in drawers and piggy banks is now catching global attention and appreciation. For collectors who are lucky enough to own a 1968 10 new pence coin, here are some important tips to consider. First, don't rush to clean it. Many collectors value original patina, even if the coin appears dirty. Second, get your coin assessed by a trusted numismatist or appraiser to understand its full value. Third, research auction platforms where similar coins are selling at premium prices. Joining collector forums and groups can also give insight into current demand and the best time to sell. And most importantly, hold on to the coin if it's one of your earliest finds. Its value is expected to continue growing as fewer and fewer original pieces remain in circulation. The United Kingdom 10 new pence 1968 coin is more than just an old piece of currency. It's a valuable relic from a pivotal moment in British monetary history. With its bold lion design, royal portrait, and significant historical context, this coin has surged in value, and collectors worldwide are recognizing its worth even in dirty or aged condition. So, check your drawers, coin jars, or old collections. That worn-out 10p from 1968 could very well be your ticket to a remarkable return in today's thriving rare coin market. Stay tuned for more exciting discoveries. Next up, the United Kingdom 1 penny coin from the year 1917, even in its worn black condition. This vintage piece of history is now creating a strong buzz in the collector's market and gaining serious attention in auctions worldwide. If you have one in your possession, don't scroll away, because today you might discover you're holding something far more valuable than you'd ever imagined. Let's take a journey back in time to understand the legacy behind the 1917 1 penny coin. Issued during the reign of King George V, this coin is a true representation of Britain's monetary and historical past during World War I. At the time, the United Kingdom was undergoing tremendous change, both socially and economically, and every coin minted carried the essence of a nation at war yet standing resilient. The 1917 penny reflects this era with pride and authenticity. It was minted in large numbers, but few have survived in collectible-worthy form, making any surviving piece, especially those preserved despite wear, a treasured item among serious collectors. One of the standout characteristics of the 1917 UK 1 penny is its design. On the obverse, we find the portrait of King George V, finely detailed even in well-circulated coins, capturing the strength and dignity of a ruler during wartime. On the reverse, the iconic seated Britannia design appears, holding a trident and shield, symbolizing Britain's maritime power. Even in worn or darkened condition, the artistry of this piece still stands tall. The coin was struck in bronze, and over time, many of these coins develop a deep black or dark patina, something that adds to their vintage character and enhances the appeal for collectors who appreciate aged beauty and natural coin toning. What makes the 1917 1 penny in worn black condition truly fascinating is its rarity combined with authenticity. While millions may have been minted over a century ago, finding one today, especially a piece that survived through the decades with its details still visible, even in worn condition, is quite extraordinary. The blackened patina often develops due to long-term environmental exposure, yet it is not a flaw, it's a mark of genuine historical endurance. Collectors are always looking for pieces that reflect originality and tell a story, and this coin does exactly that. As the market shifts more toward vintage and antique coinage, the demand for older British pennies in unique conditions such as this one continues to skyrocket. In today's auction market, coins like the 1917 1 penny in worn or blackened condition have found themselves in a surprisingly strong position. Depending on visual appeal, condition, and historical resonance, these coins have fetched impressive values in auctions and private collector deals. In the United States dollar market, even coins in heavily circulated or worn condition can bring in anywhere from $124,000 depending on buyer demand and uniqueness. Some pieces with clearer design elements and richer patina have even sold for higher prices when collectors are looking to complete their wartime British coin sets. This coin's value lies not just in metal or minting, but in its story, character, and scarcity today. If you are a coin collector or even someone who has inherited an old box of coins, this is your time to check closely. Make sure you examine old pennies, especially those dated 1917. Even if they appear worn or darkened, do not disregard them. These are the coins that passionate collectors are currently chasing. To maximize your chances of earning top dollar, consider getting the coin appraised or listed in well-known online auction platforms where rare coin collectors frequently browse. Keeping it in its natural state is often preferable. Do not clean it, as the original condition adds to its appeal and value. The United Kingdom 1 penny coin from 1917, even in its worn and blackened condition, is not just a coin, it's a rare artifact from a century past that is today commanding real money in the numismatic world. Whether you're a seasoned collector or a newcomer to the hobby, this coin represents a perfect combination of historical significance, artistic design, and rising market demand. Don't overlook what could be hiding in your old drawers, jars, or inherited collections. This tiny piece of bronze could be a hidden treasure waiting to surprise you with its value. Keep your eyes open and your mind sharp, because in the world of rare coins, Sometimes the most worn ones are the most wanted. Next up, the United Kingdom 50 new pence coin from the year 1980, in very fine condition. This isn't just a piece of metal, it's a historical artifact that's making waves in the collector market, with its value soaring in today's dollar auctions. If you own this coin or are just curious about its worth, you're in for a fascinating journey filled with value, rarity, and collected gold. Let's begin with the background of this incredible coin. The 50 new pence coin was first introduced in 1969 as part of the UK's transition to decimal currency. By 1980, the design had become iconic across the nation, featuring the stunning seated Britannia with a trident and shield, a powerful image representing Britain's strength and stability. The coin was minted during a period of great change and modernization in the UK, adding even more significance to its historical context. The year 1980 falls into a special category where fewer of these coins were minted compared to surrounding years, making them increasingly harder to find, especially in top conditions like very fine or better. One of the most remarkable features of the 1980 50 new pence coin is its design and physical presence. Struck in cupronickel, the coin boasts a unique seven-sided heptagonal shape that sets it apart from standard circular coins. It carries a weighty feel in the hand, giving a sense of importance and value. The obverse displays the elegant portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machin, a timeless image that remained in use for decades. On the reverse, the seated Britannia remains a symbol of tradition and honour, showcasing the UK's maritime power and national identity. The craftsmanship of this coin, combined with its brilliant metallic lustre in very fine condition, makes it visually striking and highly desirable among collectors. What truly makes the 1980 50 new pence coin a rare gem is its scarcity in collectible grades and the rising interest from global collectors. Coins from this period that have survived in very fine condition are becoming increasingly sought after in auctions and online marketplaces. This isn't a coin you'll find in everyday circulation anymore. Its disappearance from daily use has elevated its status to that of a hidden treasure. Demand is particularly strong among collectors from the UK, United States, and Australia who recognize the importance of decimal transition-era coins and want to own a piece of that legacy. The 1980 edition stands out as a pivotal year and has steadily grown in prominence within rare coin circles. In terms of market value, the 1980 50 new pence coin is currently making significant strides. In very fine condition, it can fetch anywhere between $316,000 in international auctions, depending on the presentation and demand at the time. Some exceptionally preserved specimens have even gone for higher prices when graded and authenticated professionally. The coin's upward trend in value is driven by a strong collector base and a limited supply, a classic case of supply and demand that works heavily in the favor of sellers. With digital marketplaces expanding and awareness of rare coins rising, the dollar value of these historical pieces continues to climb steadily. For collectors, there are a few essential tips when dealing with the 1980 50 new pence coin. First, ensure that the coin is kept in a safe, airtight holder to preserve its fine condition. Even minor scratches or environmental damage can impact its desirability, so handle with care. Second, consider professional grading. If the coin appears in especially good shape, this can dramatically increase its value and trust in auction listings. Lastly, stay connected to numismatic communities online where rare UK coin values are frequently discussed and updated. Knowledge is power in the coin world, and staying informed means you'll know exactly when and where to sell or expand your collection wisely. To conclude, the United Kingdom's 1980 50 new pence coin in very fine condition is not just another coin, it's a high-demand collectible that represents a critical moment in British monetary history. With its beautiful design, historical significance, and rising market value in dollars, this coin stands as a shining example of why numismatics remains one of the most exciting and rewarding hobbies in the world today. If you have this coin, you may just be holding a miniature fortune in your hands. So dig through your drawers, check your collections, and stay tuned, because in the world of rare coins, today's change could be tomorrow's treasure. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more rare coin videos that bring value to your collection and knowledge to your passion. Thanks for watching, and happy collecting!